Namaskaram everyone. Today Sadhguru unravels the mysteries of spiritual exploration in this captivating video. He also delves into the profound questions that it is possible to experience God. Discover how nothingness cannot be grasped in fragment but requires immersion through initiation into a proper method. Get ready to embark on a journey to unlock the secret of the mind and slip behind the mirror of consciousness. Sadhguru unravels a simple yet powerful process to tap into the divinity that resides within each of us. So prepare to be mesmerized as we dive deep into the realm of spirituality and self-discovery.
Emptiness does not come in installments because emptiness means that which is not. Why emptiness is? Because fullness, there is no such thing, it's just a word. If you really look at it, let us say, I will put $1 billion into your pocket. No, I have no such plans, I am raising funds right now, okay? Suppose, just to titillate you, I will put $1 billion into your pocket. It feels very full for one day, but then you see her walking with $10 billion, you have? Then suddenly your pocket feels empty with $1 billion. Then let's say we'll put another 9 for you, you have $10 billion. Then he is walking with $100 billion, suddenly it again feels empty. So your pocket can never be full, no matter how much we put. We'll take your head. When you passed your first standard, you felt like, what's there more to know in this world? Then they told you there's a goddamn second standard. And you went through this, then they told you 10th standard is public exam, that's it. If you do that, your parents went on telling you, this is the key aspect of your life, 10th standard is very crucial, you believed. And you finished your 10th standard and you're feeling chest puffed up and you thought, you really know it. Then the next day they started bothering you, which college will you join, which college will you join? What college? I thought number 10 I reached. Perfect number champion number, but no good. Like this at every point. So, how much ever we put into your head will never become full. Well, initially you just fell in love with only one person. Then when you fall in love with one person, she produces 1 or 2 or 3. Then you fell in love with all of them. But then they produce grandchildren like this. That also you loved, actually more than this one. So your heart also cannot become full. You go in a constipated installments, that's different. If you fall in love with everything in the universe, still it is not full, still it is capable of taking more. So your pocket cannot become full, your head cannot become full, your heart cannot become full. So fullness is an illusion that you chase, there is no such thing. But emptiness is possible. What is empty is never partially empty. Fullness is always partial. Emptiness is always total. When something is empty, it is absolutely empty. So you don't do that in installments. If you try to do it in installments, then you you will never catch emptiness, because you cannot catch emptiness. You can't catch emptiness, it's not anywhere, but it's total. So what do I do? How do I empty myself? You understand this, if I take a bucket, I can empty it by throwing a mug after mug out. If I take a well, I can take buckets and buckets and buckets and empty it. Well, that is not the way it happens. You become empty not because you have nothing. You become empty because you're dispossessed. You're not possessed by the things that you carry. Right now you're possessed. your money, your home, your relationships, your God, your religion, your philosophies, your love affairs, anything and everything possesses you. When you're dispossessed, you are empty. So this is the purpose of sitting with eyes closed, not praying to somebody, not calling out some god, not something, just cut off. You're simply all by yourself. But of course, many of you are behaving as if you're possessed. When you're dispossessed, you're empty. Otherwise, you'll go on and on and on. I'm saying you're looking in the wrong direction. You're looking at a few tidbits that you have gathered in your life. Yes, that's all you gathered. And thinking, if I leave one, I will become empty. Okay, I lift one more, I'll become empty. People go to Kashi. It's a tradition. That, in ancient times, they said when you go to Kashi, you must become dispossessed. There's nothing more. Every day you see hundreds of bodies burning there, you sit there for a few days or few months. When you come back, you're dispossessed. You are not entangled with anything. Then people made it little more, you must leave some money and come, you must leave something else and come. These days they leave only pavakai and come, the bitter gourd. Anyway, they were not eating it. So that one they will leave it and come, you must leave something and come. So I left bitter gourd because I don't like it anyway. That is not the way to leave it, because you are aiming at the wrong target. Even if you shoot it, it's not going to go away. If you want to become empty, what is needed is to get dispossessed. There are methods for that, how to do it. Don't try to empty one thing after another, it'll take even if you go for 1,000,000 years, you will always be finding something new, because how you gather it, you would never know. You can get rid of this, you can get rid of that, but you keep on gathering other kind of things. So don't go that way, there are proper methods. You should get initiated into something which will work. If there was no possibility of you knowing the nature of your own existence, why would I waste my life with you? Because if there was no possibility, what is the point? It doesn't matter what kind of a fool you are, still there is a possibility. That is why the effort. Otherwise, what's the point? This is what spiritual process means, that you have not written off any life, because every life is a possibility. Somebody is like this, somebody is like this, somebody is like that, somebody looks stupid, somebody looks smart. It doesn't matter what society is making these judgments, but as a life, it has enough intelligence to exist. Because to exist, it needs a lot of intelligence. How many things are functioning? Not one or two things, millions and millions of things are happening. If you have the intelligence to exist, you have the intelligence to know. But you're a little distracted. You who have not learned how to harness your intelligence, so it's giving you a little headache. If you're getting a headache, when I say headache, not just the virus headache, I'm talking in terms of, something troubling you. That means you have enough intelligence to trouble yourself. If you know how to create a problem which does not exist, tell me, creating something is more effortful and needs more substance, or not creating anything needs more substance? Obviously creating something. Creating all these falsehoods in your mind takes a lot of intelligence and effort. But this is a way, if I give you a screwdriver to do some simple job here, you put it in your ears, you thought, it's a good way, it'll work for some time. And then you thought, that also you do. But then one day you eyeball something is happening. Well, you know. That's all that's happening to you. It may sound so ridiculous, but that's how ridiculous it is. That is all you're doing to yourself. Repeatedly I've been saying this. If we remove half your brain, you won't need any spirituality, you'll sit peacefully. Mouth may open a little bit, but what's the problem? But you will become peaceful. So your problem is not that you don't have enough intelligence to know, your problem is you have not harnessed it. So, why can't the Creator harness it also for me? How is this? We gave you horse and we gave you 2 legs to ride on it. No, why can't you ride it for me? What is that? That you can do. If you remain unborn, Creator will take care of everything. The source of creation takes care of everything if you're not here. Because you're here, you've been given a role to play. Even a little ant, this ant is a problem. Some people are commenting about my ant and human being example because there are people who take examples literally. If I say an ant and an elephant, what is he talking? How are ant and elephant related? They're not the same species. What is he talking? I didn't say they got married. So, even if you take the smallest creature, there are much smaller creatures than ant. There is a virus, of course. But normally, in a language, ant means, because it's a common thing everywhere, maybe people who are living in apartments have not seen an ant, so they're thinking I'm talking about some creature, but otherwise those who lived on this planet, ants are everywhere. So, a small little creature and you, if you look at it, ant also wants to do his own thing in his own way. For whatever little brain he has, he wants to do his own thing. He's going somewhere, you block his way and see. I spent months trying to understand these ants and I was amazed at their intelligence and their sense of survival because he wants to do his own thing. So this is the nature of life. Not only that, every one of the creature it's a magnanimity of creation. It's given you an individual experience. Just imagine, if you didn't have your neurological system, nothing. Most probably the virus doesn't have an individual experience because it doesn't have any neurological system. We do not know, but I'm assuming. Maybe he does not have an individual experience, they are a collective existence probably. But we have individual experience. All of us came from the same soil, but we have individual experience as we sit here. This is not a small thing. This is a fundamental value of our life, that we have an individual experience. When you have an individual experience, is it not your business to handle or to harness your intelligence to know? Do you have the needed intelligence to know? Absolutely. As I said, if you have the intelligence to exist, you have the intelligence to know. But because people have told you you will go to heaven, you are saving it to use it elsewhere. But we even burn your brains when we take you to the crematorium. At least in the Isha crematoriums, even the brains are burnt. So if you are saving it to take it there and use it, now we'll burn it up here. There we don't know whether they'll give you a brain or not. Yes. Because here yours is not working, that is why you want to go somewhere else. It's time you make your body, brain, energy work here to its fullest and hold it in your hands and direct it the way you want. Right now it's just spilling around. Your intelligence is just spilling around and causing havoc to yourself and to everybody around you. Yes. So it's not that creation has not given you the means. Means are there, you must use it. If you're not using it, you're using it against yourself. You have time how many things you could do? How many things you could do with yourself and what's around you, the people around you. Today I was talking to some police officers, it's a kind of a conversation. They were saying even in Chennai, the number of domestic violence cases are going up. Because you don't know how to be, you're beating up each other. Just nonsense. These are the people that you call your family, huh? All the best. If this is how you manage your family, all the best for you. Your loved ones there, that's why they're tappad. Your loved ones, you're smashing them up and this is your loved ones. Then maybe mosquito also is your family. Must be. That's why you keep slapping them. It's time you learn to deal with yourself. Please, at least if you don't know anything else, at least do inner engineering online. At least learn to handle your thought and emotion. If you don't learn to handle your energy, which may take little more, at least your thought and emotion, the way you want it. If you don't do this, how do you expect your life to be worthwhile in any sense? Your only sense of worth is you have the gold medal I'm going to give you today. Your gold medal is 500 grams little heavier than somebody else's. You got 500 grams more gold than the person next to you and you feel great. This is all the perversion that's been cultivated, unfortunately. It's time you learn how to handle your intelligence. Then everybody has enough intelligence to know how to live. The reason why it has not come into everybody's experience is because everybody believes something. The only thing that I have done with myself is, I have remained uneducated, just the way I was when I was an infant, the same way I am in my mind. Nothing. In the sense, remaining uneducated is not easy. Because from the first day you're born, your parents, your teachers, every adult, pandit, mullah, priest, everybody is trying to teach you something that's not worked in their life. Yes. It's very simple to check whether it's worked in their life or not. Suppose you have a child in your house, 3, 4, 5 years of age. Between you and the child, who is more joyful? Who should be a consultant for life? Miserable ones or joyful ones? So, if you look at those people who are giving you all kinds of advices and teachings, first look at their face, don't listen to their words. If they are really blissed out, you must listen to them. We must know how they got so blissful. If they're miserable, it doesn't matter what big things they are saying, the goddamn things have not worked for them. So the only thing I did with myself is remained uneducated. That means not getting identified with your parentage, with your family, with your religion, with your culture, with the philosophies floating around, with the politics, with stuff happening around you. You can be involved, but you're not identified. Once you're not identified, it is natural for human intelligence to turn inward and find this naturally. But because we have ready-made conclusions, we know where God is, of course, we know His name, we know His wife's name, we know how many children He has, we know His birthday, we know what He likes for His birthday. This is a serious problem. But you don't know a damn thing about yourself. As I already told you, the only and only thing that you can experience is this life is what happens within you. You cannot experience what happens here. You can only experience what happens here. If you see this, you know this only the way it's projected in your mind, isn't it? There is no other way to know it. But belief gives you an outlet from this. If you understand, if you don't believe anything, if you don't disbelieve anything, naturally every human being would have turned inward because they believe they're looking heavenward. If you don't make these conclusions, the nature of human intelligence is, it will naturally understand the seat of your experiences within you. If you… right now, the way you're seeing the world is, your mind is like a mirror, it is reflecting all this. You're not seeing it here, you're seeing it within. So this mirror is showing you everything. Don't believe it is a plain mirror, many distortions, but still it is showing things. But it never shows you who you are. You can see this one and this one and that one and that one and that one, but you cannot see this one because this one is behind the mirror. You must do one simple thing. I don't know if you will attempt this, but you try this. If you pay attention, right now you're sitting, sitting for 2 hours already, this is happening. When you stand up, a certain pleasantness spreads through you, not the relief of the muscles. Something deeper if you notice, a certain pleasantness happens. Or you've been standing for a long time, you sit down, a certain pleasantness happens. Or let's say you've been thirsty, you drink a glass of water, not the coolness of water, not the thirst going away, much deeper down a pleasantness happens. You lie down in your bed after a full day, you will see a certain pleasantness spreads through you. You wake up in the morning, certain pleasantness spreads through you. Because you're in a constant state, as I said, mental diarrhea, you don't notice anything. I'm saying pay a little attention. Today, when you go home for dinner, wherever you go for dinner, you're a young girl, so I'll leave it to you. Wherever you go for dinner, don't eat till you're really hungry. Then food comes, wait. You really want to eat right now, just wait for 2 minutes, just look at the food, wait, then slowly eat. When the food goes into you, you will see the entire body responds in a certain way, certain pleasantness spreads through you. You keep paying attention to this. Right now, it's not that you're completely ignorant of this, but generally most people don't stay with this pleasantness for more than 2 to 3 seconds. You manage to stay there, let's say 12 to 15 seconds. Within a few days, you will be on the other side of the mirror and you will not ask me this question. You will know what it means to live with the divine. Right now, you're living on the wrong side of the mirror, seeing multiple images, a kaleidoscope happening, but you can never see yourself or the nature of your existence.
As we conclude this exploration of the profound concept of nothingness and the journey to embracing ultimate reality, I hope you have found it as enlightening as I have. Remember, this path is not one to be rushed or taken lightly. The experience of nothingness is not an incremental journey, nor it can be rushed through shortcuts. It is an ocean of tranquility that calls for your patience and sincere devotion. If you wish to continue your journey into the depths of your own being, to slip behind the mirror of the mind and discover the divine essence within, we invite you to explore further with us. To dive deeper into the profound teachings and transformative practices, consider joining on Sadhguru's exclusive. The link will be given in the description box below. May your exploration of nothingness and the ultimate reality be filled with wonders and peace. We look forward to welcoming you back whenever you choose to return. Your presence enriches our community, and together we navigate the vast depths of human consciousness. Thank you for sharing this moment with us, and until we meet again, may your inner journey be a source of profound awakening and self-discovery. Namaskaram.